we all know Boots doesn't want to fight Virgil. I mean, that's what happened, right? We called him out. We had a fight, Then they backtracked. So until I see something on paper that Boots wants to fight Virgil, then I'll believe it.
Why do you think he doesn't want to fight him?
Because we had everybody was calling each other out, and then all of a sudden they pulled off the Virgil, train. So I mean, who knows what the reasons are, but look, Virgil's the man at 154. That's the bottom line. So.
On Twitter, Ryan, I know you said that you feel you win that fight.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned he just gets hit with too many punches.
He does.
People are now saying that oh wow, he gets hit with a lot of punches, and that's something that you noticed, I guess, from the beginning.
I mean, but he's a big boy though, so he's taken him well so far.
Yeah.
But in this sport, it just takes one good one to, I wouldn't say so. I mean, why would that fight put you in pound for pound category?
No.
He wasn't there before.
No, it's not.
If he beat like somebody, Crawford, or not even Crawford, just there's a little bit more than that. I feel like he could. But,
oh yeah, of course. You have to beat, in order to be considered a best pound for pound fighter. You got to beat some pound for pound, ranked fighters. You have Crawford. You have fighters like obviously Virgil and the fighter that Virgil beat, Israel Madrimov, guys like that. Those are the top guys that are guarding the gate. If Boots beats somebody like that, then consider him top 10, obviously. But he's a great fighter. I like his style. But a Ryan Boots fight is obviously a mega event because of Ryan.
I'm going to go on the record right now and saying that I do feel he deserves to be on the top 10. I've always felt that he was a star in the sport. People have their speculations because of his last couple opponents, and he was criticized. I didn't think the criticism was warranted on his last two outings because of his style. Jaron Boots Ennis is a very skilled fighter, meaning he can use his legs and his jab and stay away and be more defensive, but we won't get those explosive type of knockouts and aggressive performances that people like. When you're in the line of fire and you want to score big knockouts, you're going to get hit. Terrence Crawford years ago at 135, he was outboxing people easily. They started complaining. Top-ranked people were whispering about it's not exciting. Then he said, okay, he fought Gamboa. Let me start knocking people out. So he took more risk in the pocket, and you're going to get hit.
I agree with you. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a sport that people watch the sport with expectations, and that's it. Nobody watches basketball and say, I got to see a certain amount of dunks. But even in basketball nowadays, people are saying, I don't like the sport because of these three-pointers. It is what it is. You're going to come to a fight with an expectation. And when you got a guy like Jaron Boots Ennis that's starching everybody, they're going to expect that. Now, I know Eddie's jumping out the window, the best fighter in the world or whatever. That comes with resume, obviously, but that skill set, yes, we can see somebody like him being the best fighter in the world someday.
What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB. Back to Get Boxing is Just Do. And before we do that, make sure y'all give me my Just Do. Sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, and make sure you smash that like button. Let's get right into it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it right from Ryan Garcia. We heard it from Oscar Delahoya. Boots doesn't want to fight Virgil. He doesn't want to fight Virgil, And he made it seem like, Boots, pulled out and, just wasn't willing to get in the ring with Virgil. Then you heard Ryan Garcia saying how he gets hit too much, and they both agreed that he's not top 10 pound for pound. But I feel like Akin Barak did a hell of a job, an excellent job, describing or explaining why Boots should be a top 10 pound for pound guy. I mean, look, I get it. You look at his resume, it ain't the craziest. But when you look at the performances and the way he beats guys, I mean, he just beat an undefeated world champion. You get what I'm saying? He beat the fight out of him, made him quit, no more. Made him quit in the corner. They didn't want to fight no more. You get what I'm saying? And these are the type of performances that he's capable of, I believe, against the best talent in the world. I mean, he's and one mixtape Boots. This guy gets in the ring and completely destroys his opposition. Now, we get the couple fights that he had with Karen that people complain about, but everybody run into a fighter that's going to challenge you, that sometimes you're not going to look your best against. But nonetheless, he still got the win in both fights. And I think his fight against Stanionis, Ryan Garcia, because I don't know what the hell Ryan Garcia just called Stantonis. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. But, you know, he beat life and death out of this guy, man, an undefeated world champion that was coming to win. He was talking all gas, no brakes in the press conference, right? And he got in there and ran into that rock that Boots was talking about. So, you know, as far as him being top 10 pound for pound, it's very subjective, man, at the end of the day. But if you just look at the skill set and you know, the size of Boots, if you put him in any weight class, I think he will be top tier talent. I think he'll be a top guy, regardless of the weight class that he competes in. You get what I'm saying? And I think that alone, mixed with the freakish athleticism and, you know, the performances that he had, like the one he just had against Stanionis, those things I think solidify him as a pound for pound talent. It all depends on what your criteria is for pound. And what I come to realize is not everybody has the same set of rules when it comes to, you know, establishing a pound for pound list. For me, it's not that big a deal. But at the end of the day, Boots Ennis' potential is off the charts. I mean, Ryan Garcia, you can say he get hit too much, but he got a better chin than you do. He's been getting hit, but that's because of his style, like Akin Barak did an excellent job explaining. So it's easy to dismiss him and say what he's not, but Ryan, you've never been in a ring. You've never beaten a world champion, right? You've never competed for a title. So that was a unification. So to discredit him is nasty work, man. I think Boots Ennis is pound for pound one of the best talents in the sport of boxing, and I think he's gonna keep proving it. I hope he continue his run to undisputed, because he 2 belts away to achieving his ultimate goal of being undisputed at 147 pounds. But that's my thoughts, man. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all thought. Is Oscar and Ryan bugging? Do Boots get hit too much? And is he not a top 10 pound for pound talent? Or do y'all got him inside y'all top 10 pound for pound? Let me know. And as always, let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.